my friends. This is a second story that I taped for you, just in case you're interested in listening to another snowy day story. The story I picked today is called There Was an Old Lady Who Built a Snowman. Now, this is that silly lady who puts a lot of things in her mouth, but not in this book. She didn't swallow anything in this book. She only built a snowman. Let's see what happens. Now let's look at the front cover, right? Because that usually gives us some clues. So here's the lady, and here's her snowman. Look at all the different things that she included on her snowman. She put a hat, she put a carrot nose, she put eyes, she put a mouth. And what did she put around his neck? Do you remember what we call that? It's called a scarf. And she gave him some buttons. This looks a lot like the snowman that you folks made in school that we hung up on the wall out in the hallway. Let's take a look. So again, the title is There Was an Old Lady Who Built a Snowman. And the author, the person who wrote this story, is Lisa Calandro. She writes all of those stories about that silly lady. All right, here we go. The old lady says, "Look, it's snow. Come on, pup. Here we go." Put on gloves and a warm blue hat, then walk on a snowy path. Hear frosty footsteps, crunch, crunch. See hungry birds, munch, munch. Snowflakes fall and tickle the nose. Catch the flakes as you go. All the friends were getting snowed on with all those snowflakes. The old lady leads the way. Here's the park. Now let's play. Look at all those friends having such a good time. Pull the sled and climb the hill. Friends slide down. What a thrill. Look at their faces. They're having such a good time. Now build a fort. Pack the snow. A snowball fight. Go, go, go. I remember another story I read to you earlier today about some boys who were having a snowball fight. Do you remember? Remember Peter thought he could play with the big boys, and then they threw some snowballs and he realized that he wasn't big enough to play with them yet. But it looks like these friends are having a friendly snowball fight. They're all smiling, so they're all having a great time. Hide and seek. Let's count to 10. Find your friends and play again. There's so many things you can play out in the snow. The old lady has a plan. That little light bulb above her head, that's sometimes how illustrators let you know that somebody has a good idea. Friends can build a big snowman. That was her idea. What do you think about that? There's so much snow. See it fall? Quickly now, roll 3 balls. Let's count them. They're going to make big balls of snow. Here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. Stack them high and do not stop. Put the small one up on top. So they put the biggest one on the bottom, then they put the middle size in the middle, and then they put the smallest one on the top. Find stick arms and a carrot nose. 2 eyes, a hat, and a scarf that blows. So here's the hat, here are the eyes, and here's the big long scarf. Now he is done. Hip hip hooray! This was such a fun snow day. Wow, look at their faces. They're so happy. Wait, before we go, time for angels in the snow. Do you remember we pretended to make snow angels on the carpet in our classroom? Maybe today you'll have a chance to make a real snow angel. Remember, you have to lay down flat, and then you have to flap your arms and your legs up and down. Bye to friends and Snowman too. It was so much fun building you. Wow, they had a really good time. The old lady says, home we go. Let's warm up with some warm cocoa. That seems to be a favorite, having hot cocoa, hot chocolate after a fun day out in the snow. And here they are, sitting around the table, drinking their hot cocoa. Maybe someday at snack time we could make some hot cocoa in school. That gave me a good idea. So thanks for joining me for this story, and I hope you have a really fun day, and we'll hear all about it. Hopefully we'll be back in school tomorrow. As far as I know, we're going to be in school. You can tell me about all your fun time on this snowy day, and you can let me know, did you do any of the things that the old lady did in this story with her friends? Thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.